All right, hi everybody. So I'm going to do 5 example problems for you. You have to do 10 today, so this will get you halfway done, and I'll give you an example for each of the type of problems that you'll see today, so you know how to do them no matter what. So for this first one, it says round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to go ahead and underline tenth. I'm going to go to my number. Okay, well, I see 5 in the tenths place, so I know that that's the number that I need to round. So I'm going to look next door to my neighbor. I'm going to circle him. Ooh, too big. I'm going to circle my neighbor. If my neighbor is between 0 and 4, I stay the same. So I keep my decimal at 8 and 5/10. It doesn't have to go up. It's not closer to 8 and 6/10. So now in my second question, it says round to the nearest whole number. So the biggest whole number available would be in the tens place. It's the biggest one. Ooh, let me underline that actually. So I'm going to look next door at my neighbor, which is in the ones, and I see that that's a 9. Well, I know if my circled number is between 5 or 9, I up the game, which means this 99 is much closer to 100 than it is to 90. Okay, let me go to my next question again. Round to the nearest tenth. All right, we're back to the tenths place. I'm going to underline my tenth, which is a 2. So I know I'm going to keep 310 and something. Now I've got to figure out what. Okay, my neighbor is an 8. So on a number line, this 310 and 28 tenths would be much closer to 3/10 than to 2. I am going to skip a couple problems here and go on down to number 7, just so that we have enough practice with each type. Round to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to underline my hundredths. I know that everything before that is going to stay the same because I'm not rounding to those places. I'm only rounding to the hundredths. So I keep my 3/10. Now I have to decide, okay, I have an 8 in the hundredths. Next to it is a 0. Well, if I'm on a number line, that 0 keeps me really close to 8/10. Doesn't make me go up to 9 at all because it's between 0 and 4. So I'm going to keep my 8/10. 0 kind of just goes away. And let's do one more example with a whole number so you can see how the rounding works with the number line, okay? So we're going to go up to number 4 here. It says round to the nearest whole number. So the only whole number in this problem is a 6. So I'm going to actually draw out a number line here. You don't need to. So I'm going to take black. All right, here's my number line. I've got 6. The next whole number would be 7. So on my number line, I have 6.5 in the middle. 6.1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is where I currently am. 6.6, 6.7, 6.8, 6 and 9/10. Okay, so remember, rounding is asking us, this number right here, 6 and 4/10, is it closer to 7 or is it closer to 6? That's all rounding wants to know. You're estimating. You're giving an educated guess about how close a number is to the next value that you're talking about. So I know in my head 0 to 4, I'm going to be much closer to this first number, to the number I'm currently at, than moving it up to a 7. So I know that my answer here is just going to be 6. And that's 5 problems. You're responsible to do 10 today. You can use these 5 as part of that requirement, and good luck.